What's up, you guys? IFA92 here, and today I'm going to be talking about how to build your clientele as a barber. Okay, so everybody has been through it, right? Especially if you're a barber that's just beginning to work at a barbershop. You've been sitting around all day and people come in and they're going to the other barbers and you're trying to figure out what's up, man. Like, am I good? And what's going on? I cut hair just like them too, you know? Well, there's a couple tips that can actually get you to get more people in your chair and keep you busy throughout the whole week. And in this video, I'm gonna explain to you my 5 main things you need to do to build more clientele and keep people coming back and stay busy on the slow days. Okay, so tip number 1 is be consistent on your hours. I know this doesn't seem like a big deal, but you gotta make sure you're at the shop at the same time every single day. And I don't mean every day the same schedule. I mean, on Tuesdays, if you're gonna come in at 9, be there at 9 every single Tuesday. If you're gonna be there from 9 to 6 or 9 to 7 or whatever your hours are, whatever you choose, make sure you stick to those hours and that's your time to come in and that's your time to leave. Don't switch it up. People wanna make sure you're there. They wanna get used to that. You know, some people might wanna get their haircut every Tuesday at 10 o'clock in the morning because that's their days off, you know what I mean? So if you stay consistent with that time, you're gonna start building more consistent clientele that's gonna come on those slow days like Tuesdays and Wednesdays when we really wanna get people in the chair. Because everybody comes on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, so stay consistent with your hours as far as coming in and coming out. Even if they're different every day, make sure they're the same ones every single week, weekly. You know what I mean? So Wednesday you come in at this time, Thursday you come in at this time, Friday come in at this time. If it's all over the place, at least, you know, make sure it's consistent every week. I'm sure you'll start to get used to coming in at the same time every day of the week. On Tuesdays you'll come in on this time, Wednesday you come in on this time. But your customers will appreciate it because they know you're gonna be there. They don't have to chase you down just to get a haircut. Okay, so tip number 2 is be on time. People got stuff to do. They don't want to sit in a barbershop for 4 or 5 hours just because you're not on top of your scheduling and you want to have people sitting there for 2 hours just waiting on you. Be like, oh, I got him and then I got you after that. But yeah, just wait right there. Try to be on time. You know, it's the little things like that matter. You know, you might think that, oh, I'm good, they're gonna wait on me, but that's a bad mentality to have when you're a barber. You want to make sure that you're on time for every single one of your appointments, and if not, you know, 10 minutes is okay. If you're behind 10 minutes or whatever, maybe even 15, that's kind of pushing it to me, but I try to stay on time for every single one of my appointments, between 10 and 15 minutes if I am running late, but it's usually never that. You usually, if you walk in on time for your appointment, you're usually next because I already got somebody in chair and you're next within like 5 or 10 minutes, or you walk in and you're sitting down in my chair already to get a haircut. And people like that. They want to know that if they schedule something with you, they can plan something after that. They know that you're gonna get them in and get them out by this time and this time. They don't gotta worry about having to sit in the barbershop all this time waiting on you to get to them because you didn't really schedule. You scheduled 5 people at 3 o'clock, so they all show up at 3 and you're just going off of who walked in first. I mean, some people like to operate like that, and I've never been that type to operate like that, and I've noticed that it keeps my schedule more busy when I'm more organized. I don't have to turn people down because I'm more organized, and since I'm on time, I make the most out of my day. Every 30 minutes, I'm cutting somebody's hair, and I'm not going over that. Okay, so tip number 3 is develop a relationship with your customer. I know that sounds kind of weird, but you gotta know which people like to talk and which people don't like to talk. Some people just want to come in and sit down and get their hair cut and that's it. They don't want to you ask them a million questions, and you got to know that. You got to feel that vibe from them. If they open up to you, then you know that's fine. And some people just want to talk. When I was cutting at my house, I used to have one of my friends. He would come and get a haircut, and I'll turn the music on, and he's like, "Man, turn it down." I was like, "What? You don't want to jam this? What's going on?" And he's like, "Nah, man, I'm trying to talk. What you mean? Like I'm trying to chop it up. I'm trying to talk about this and that, and I got to tell you this and that. Guess what happened?" And so develop a relationship with your clientele and know which ones like to talk and which ones just want to sit there and get their haircut and get out. And there's no offense to you, they're all business. They don't have time to chit chat. They want you to cut their hair and don't do too much talking. Don't be showing them stuff on your phone, and get them out, get them in and out, be professional, be polite. That's not all of them. Some of them want to talk. You got to know that as a barber. You'll start to read your customers a little bit better. But yeah, just develop relationships with them and make sure you're making conversations with them, and don't just talk and vent all your problems to them and use them as therapists, because they want to use you as a therapist. You know what I mean? They want you to listen to them. So try to listen to people. Be genuinely interested in what they have to talk about. Don't just make small talk and be like, oh yeah, blah 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 blah, and start oh yeah, but anyways, look what I got going on, blah blah blah. Don't they want you to hear them. People like for people to listen to them. So make sure you listen to your clientele and develop a good relationship with them, and that way they'll come back and they'll be more comfortable around you. All right, so tip number 4, and this is very very important. I don't think a lot of people think about this, but give people the same haircut every single time. If you give somebody a haircut, and even if you don't think it looks that good, if they like it, if that's how they like it, make sure you give them that same single haircut every single time they go, because people love consistency. They want you to give them the same haircut that they want. You know what I mean? Everybody can do a mid fade, ball fade, taper fade. Everybody can do it, but you're gonna do it your own way, and that's why they're gonna come back to you, because they're gonna look at that specific way that you do mid fades or ball fades or taper fades. They're gonna like how you do it. So make sure you give them the same haircut. Don't give them 2 or 3 different haircuts every time they come. Like, oh, last time you left it like this time. They don't want that. They want to be sure that when they go to you, they're gonna get the same haircut that they always get, and the same haircut that made them stick with you in the first place. So make sure you give people the same haircut every single time. I mean, I know they ask for different haircuts, and give them the different haircut, but do it the same way every single time. Don't if they get a mid fade and then they come back the next week and get another mid fade, don't give them a different, like, oh, I went a little higher this time. I thought, nah, just give them the same thing that they like, because that's why they're coming to you, because they like that haircut that you give them. All right, and finally, tip number 5 is be clean and professional. And this applies to both your tools, your area, and yourself. Make sure you wear clean clothes. Make sure you smell good. Brush your teeth. Make sure you look presentable. People notice that. You know, if you're just sitting there and you look like you kind of look a little, a little bummy or something, they might not want to go to you just because of that. They won't even give you a chance sometimes just because of how you look, and it's messed up. But you got to be on top of that. Make sure you treat your job as if it was a professional job, because it is a profession. So make sure you dress yourself every day, even if it's not real nice, fancy, expensive clothes. Make sure it's clean. You know, make sure you match a little bit. Try to, don't be like all just like you got dressed in the dark and you just pick whatever was clean, but make sure it matches a little bit. Make sure it's clean. Make sure you wear deodorant. You don't want to be musty cutting somebody's hair. Make sure you brush your teeth. You don't want to have your funky breath all in your clients, all in their face. Every time you talk to them, they're gonna be like, oh no, what's that? But be clean and be professional on how you carry yourself in the barbershop. Remember, these people, they're coming to you because you're a professional. They want you to treat them like a professional. They're paying you money, to cut their hair. So they don't have time for you to be messing around and playing around and looking, being all sloppy like you're still cutting at home. And you're in a barbershop now, you know what I mean? So make sure you keep yourself up and make sure you keep yourself clean. Keep your tools clean. Make sure, that little spray, even if they don't see it, they hear you spray your clippers. That, they pay attention to stuff like that. They're gonna hear that and be like, man, this guy's clean. You know what I mean? Make sure none of your clippers or your razors, or you're lining somebody's mustache, your hands stink. You don't want none of that. Make sure you're always clean. If you smoke, make sure you wash your hands. Make sure you chew some gum or something, to get rid of that smell. Whatever you're doing, if you don't want to smell while you're cutting your customer's hair, because they might not want to come back to you just because of that. And as messed up as it sounds, that's just how it is. You got to make sure you keep yourself up, keep yourself clean, and keep yourself presentable whenever you're cutting somebody's hair. All right, and this last one is kind of like a bonus tip, because I know not everybody operates this way. I do online booking, and oh man, it works perfect. If you guys want to be professional, not everybody's gonna want to book online, and that's cool. Some people will still call you or text you, but you just add it online yourself. And then when people start leaving reviews, people go on Google and look it up, and they're gonna see your reviews, and they're gonna want to book just because of your reviews sometimes. You know what I mean? So you'll get more people just like that. But that's kind of like a bonus tip. Like I said, not everybody has to do it. Some people like to do it the old school way, with just call and text, and then some people don't even like to do appointments at all. They just like to show up, and hey, whoever comes in comes in. That's the least, to me, that's the least guaranteed clientele you're gonna get, is when you just show up and hope people show up. That's, like I said, there's nothing wrong. You can do it if you want, but that's not something that I would do. I want to make sure I'm organized, and I want to make sure I get the most out of my day. If I'm gonna be at the barbershop for 12 hours, I want to make sure I'm cutting every single hour. 2 heads an hour, 2-3 heads if I can an hour. I want to make sure that I use the most out of my day. If I'm gonna be at work, I don't want to be sitting down or messing around. But anyways, those are just my 5 tips on how to build clientele and keep clientele in the barbershop. And if you appreciate this help, if you like the video, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. You don't have to do all 3. You can just like it and subscribe. You don't have to even like it. But if there's one thing you do out of it, just please subscribe. I need to build my subscribers up, man, because it's looking kind of sad. And my subscriber was not sad. I'm not gonna lie. I'm doing pretty good. I think I made my channel about a month ago, maybe. I got like 30 subscribers, 31, 34 or something like that. But I appreciate every single one of you guys for subscribing. And let me know if there's anything you want to know about a barbershop. If you're not a barber, if you got any questions, just write down in the comments any questions you want answers to. Something that you've always wanted to ask a barber, but you never really thought about it or something, or you were too shy or something. Write it in the comments. I'll try to make a video about it. And again, appreciate you guys, and I'm out.